I'm Mike Posner.
And I'm Connor Clarity.
Before we start the show today, we wanted to take a second to talk about the recent tragic passing of the comic icon Stan Lee.
He passed away at the age of 95, and it's reportedly due to a heart failure and breathing issues. Lee began writing and creating comic book stories back in 1939, and is credited as the co-creator and creator of famous superheroes such as Spider-Man, X-Men, Iron Man, and the Fantastic Four, and so many more. His creations have been shown in countless comic books and TV shows, both animated and live action, and have made a huge success at the box office with the action-packed Avengers movies. Until the time of Stan Lee's work with Marvel, superheroes were well-adjusted, strong men whose only purpose was to save the day and look good doing it. Lee had a special way of making his superheroes relatable to all audiences by giving them real human characteristics.
After his passing, the Marvel and comic book world as a whole came together to remember the life of the real-life superhero with tributes and fan art. Many celebrities that had the honor of working with him came on Twitter to honor his legacy. Stan Lee is truly a legend. Not only did he give us some incredible stories, he made some incredible characters that many people can look up to, and gave us many wonderful messages that we have taken in over the years. He's entered our minds and imaginations and has won his way into all of our hearts. A moment of silence for the wonderful Stan Lee. Thank you. Now on to Good Morning Curry.
Hello and welcome back to Good Morning Curry. I'm the cold sore kid, Connor Clarity.
And I'm Mike Posner.
Let's get right into the news. We start off with the exciting news from the movie industry. The 1994 animated classic The Lion King is getting a new and improved CGI remake that is said to be released in 2019. Let's take a look at that trailer.
Everything the light touches is our kingdom. But a king's time as ruler rises and falls like the sun. One day, the sun will set on my time here and will rise with you as the new king. Remember.
This is following the recent trend of old Disney movies we all know and love from our childhood, getting the live-action remakes with the help of hyper-realistic CGI. Other films to get this treatment have been The Jungle Book, Cinderella, and Beauty and the Beast. A teaser trailer was dropped this past week for The Lion King, and it got the fans buzzing all over social media. People are comparing it to the original, with some saying it looks great and they can't wait for a new generation to be able to enjoy this film, while other people hate the new 3D animation and thinks it looks worse than the original. What are your thoughts on the new Lion King and the new Disney movies? I'm going to say they're not good. Not good thoughts.
Okay. I'm not a fan of any of the live-action Disney movies.
Okay.
Especially, like, after I've seen them. I mean, they have some merit to that, and
Sure.
it is fascinating to see, like, how they are adapted to live action.
Right.
But just because people say it would be interesting to see them in live action doesn't mean we want them in live action.
No, I agree. I think they should do better jobs of picking and choosing which movies they make into live action. I saw The Jungle Book, and I thought it was really cool.
Yeah.
It was funny to see Christopher Walken sing as a giant orangutan. I mean, who doesn't want to see that?
Yeah.
And The Lion King, this one looks amazing. And
Oh,
I think
yes.
It has an all-star cast. I
Yeah.
can't wait.
I'm gonna withhold judgment until I actually see it.
I agree. I think
But
that's a good
I
way to
just
do
hope it doesn't follow the route. If I may use Beauty and the Beast as an example, like with some scenes and some things in live action Beauty and the Beast compared to the original. They just do a lot of stuff that just doesn't work.
Yeah, it's unnecessary.
And either what the animated Disney movie did and like could have done a scene in like 2 minutes, the live action one takes 10 minutes to do the same thing.
You're very right. You're very right.
Yeah. But anyway, as we transition into the world of video games, let's discuss a game that's going to be adapted into a movie. Warner Brothers has recently dropped the trailer for the film Detective Pikachu, which is a film adaptation of the Pokemon spin-off game for the 3DS that came out in 2016. Let's take a quick look at the trailer.
Welcome to Rhyme City, a celebration of the harmony between humans and Pokemon.
Tim, your dad was a legend in this precinct. If you were anything like your dad...
I'm not.
I remember. You wanted to be a Pokemon trainer when you were young.
Yeah, that didn't really work out. Someone there? Whoever you are, I know how to use this.
Oh, jeez. Here we go.
I know, you can't understand me, but put down the stapler or I will electrocute you.
Did you just talk?
Whoa. Did you just understand me?
Oh my God!
You can understand me!
Stop!
I've been so lonely.
They try to talk to me all the time. All they hear is Pika Pika.
You can hear him, right?
Pika Pika! Yeah, Pika Pika Pika. He's adorable.
You're adorable. They can't understand me, kid.
Can no one else hear him? I don't need a Pokemon, period.
Then what about a world-class detective? Because if you want to find your pops, I'm your best bet.
We're gonna do this, you and me.
There's magic that brought us together, and that magic is called hope.
Listen up. We got ways to make you talk. Or mime.
Yeah.
So tell us what we want to know. Pipe. Yes. Okay. I can. Shoving. Pushing. My problem is that I push people away and then hate them for leaving.
He's saying you can shove it.
What? I can shove it? Okay, that's it. No, we're switching roles. I'm bad cop. You're good cop.
No, we're not cops. Oh!
In my head, I saw that differently.
The Pokemon franchise is no stranger to film adaptations, as it's produced many animated films over the years based off of the anime. However, this is not only the first film they've done based off of a game, this is the first movie done that's based off of a spin-off, and the first time Pokemon has ever been adapted to live action. Fans of the series have been going nuts in excitement, as they've been waiting to see Pokemon get a live-action adaptation for years. This film is set to release May 10th of 2019, and is starring Ryan Reynolds as the little yellow mascot of Pokemon, as well as Justice Smith, Catherine Newton, and Ken Watanabe. So what do you think of this new kind of Pokemon animation for Pokemon, and are you excited for the film, man?
I am excited for this film. I'm a Pokemon fan. I used to catch them all as a child, you know. But I have one quarrel. There's a thing called the Uncanny Valley, and this movie's approaching it very fast, and these creatures look very scary. I think I'm gonna have some nightmares after I see this film.
I kind of see what you mean. Like, I think the animation for them looks fantastic,
Yes,
especially with Pikachu, because he looks as cute and as
Yeah,
cuddly as ever.
But it's weird that they make Pikachu look so cute, and then you see Psyduck, and he looks like a Halloween decoration. What's up with that?
Okay, well, Psyduck already looked like a Halloween decoration, let's face it.
You wouldn't cuddle with Psyduck at night? I would. I'll tell you what. He looks cuddly and cute like a dang teddy bear, but he's a dang platypus.
Yeah, but I've definitely been waiting for a movie like this for quite some time. I didn't necessarily want Detective Pikachu to be adapted to live action. I've never played the game. I have nothing against Detective Pikachu, but it's just not my first choice. This movie, when I saw the trailer, is essentially something I never wanted, but now that it's here, I'm so happy about it.
Yeah, you're right.
Especially the scene. I never thought I'd ever see a scene where a Mr. Mime told a Pikachu in a detective hat that has the voice of Ryan Reynolds to shove it.
Now, what do you think of that? Ryan Reynolds playing. Do you think that was a good casting? I think so.
I do think so. Like, Ryan Reynolds probably, I wouldn't say is the best choice, but he's definitely not a bad choice.
I agree.
I think he'll do a great job.
I think he showed us what he can do with voice acting with like Deadpool, because half the time you can't even see him, so we're kind of used to hearing his voice. And he's a funny guy, and he doesn't need his human body to make it funny. So I think with what they gave him, what he's using, I think he's going to do a good job.
Oh,
it's
absolutely.
It's going to be a funny
Absolutely.
movie, and I can't wait.
All right.
Now, transitioning over to music, for what feels like the first time since 2010, Grammy-nominated artist Mike Posner is back in the news. Now, everyone remembers Mike Posner. His great hits such as Took a Pill in Ibiza, Cooler Than Me, Bow Chicka Wow Wow. He recently dropped a new single titled Stuck in the Middle off his up-and-coming album, A Real Good Kid. In the song, Mike Posner questions where he is in his career and battles with how people want the old Mike Posner while he wants to branch out and do his own thing. I think we should take a listen to the song.
Let's take a listen.
Perfume on my shirt puts me in the past. Too tough to be without her, but too afraid to ask. Here I am again, stuck in the middle. Here I am again, stuck in the middle. Too young to settle down, too old to be in bars. It's hard to take it easy. It's easy to be hard. Here I am again, stuck in the middle. 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 Forgive me, I am building my ship as it sails. How do I become who I want to be?
Recently, Mike Posner played the halftime show of the Lion vs. Bears Thanksgiving game, where he caught the world off guard when he came out with a whole new look. Now, fans remember him as a baby-faced guy with a shaved head, but when he came on stage, he revealed his new lumberjack beard and long, messy hair. Fans instantly took to Twitter to mock his new look, some comparing him to the Geico caveman, Bob Ross, and a grown-up Haley Joel Osment. This is not a good year for Mike Posner. He was also met with confusion in early 2018 when he released his latest album/book, Teardrops and Balloons, a collection of poems he wrote on tour, narrated by the man himself. Now, Mike, what do you think of this? Are artists allowed to try new things, or should they stick to what the fans expect from them?
They should try new things. They have every right to do that. They're human. Also, a young Haley Joel Osment, Bob Ross, how are those insults?
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But it is interesting that he took his whole, because he used to be like this pop star who was looking for like Lil Wayne and yada yada, writing about girls and stuff, and now he's kind of become this Ed Sheeran, white guy with the guitar, Bob Ross looking guy, and I think it took audiences, off guard a little bit, and they weren't ready for it.
I mean, I can respect that it definitely takes people off guard, but still, like every person has a right to experiment and to try new things. If it's not working, and I don't think it matters what other people should think. If it's not working, if he feels it's not working for him, then he should definitely branch off and perhaps continue something that he's doing or try something new.
You're right. I couldn't have said it better myself. I'm excited for his new stuff.
Yeah.
I listened to this song.
Yeah, onto
really
his actual music. That was an excellent song.
That was a great song. I might just go home and listen to it again.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe twice. Who knows?
Maybe.
And, yeah, I heard some of his poems as well from the Teardrops and Balloons, and they were interesting. You know, I'm not a poetry man myself.
Yeah.
But for someone who can write poetry, put it out, good for him. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You know, I think I'm excited for what he's going to do in the future.
I will be intrigued myself.
Can't wait.
So now moving on to pop culture news. I'm sure everyone has heard about the new retail pot shops that have been opened in Massachusetts. It has been 2 years since Massachusetts passed the approval for recreational use of marijuana. And now, as of November 20th, adults with a valid ID can choose from a menu of pot-related items such as loose leaves, pre-rolled joints, and weed vape pens. 10 other states across the country have approved the recreational use of pot, but Mass is the first on the East Coast to open shops for it. The cities of Leicester and Northampton were the first in Massachusetts to open recreational shops out of their pre-existing medical marijuana clinics. But since then, many more have popped up around Mass. Reports state that these shops made a whopping $2.2 million just in their first week.
Whoa.
This new law has sparked a conversation here at Curry College due to the fact that pot was still totally banned within the gates of Curry, even though it is now legal in the state. Many students say that if it's legal outside of Curry, it should be legal at Curry too, and the school should amend their policy. So what are your thoughts on this, Connor?
You know, it's a tricky subject. A lot of people have different opinions on it. Firstly, of the new shops that are opening, I think that's pretty cool. I think it's cool that Massachusetts is kind of hip, is kind of coming, you know, with other states that already have passed the law.
It's kind of hip.
It's kind of hip, all right, Mike? And so I think, you know, good for them. If they do that, that's great. I think it's bringing a lot of money. I mean, that's a lot of money in the first 5 days. That's crazy. So I think it'll help the economy or something.
Yeah.
And as for at Curry itself, I mean, it is a school. It is a place of education. I feel like maybe, I don't know, if you want to do that stuff, go off campus. You know, whatever. You know, you can find your own little nooks and crannies. But I feel like if you're gonna do it at school, but I mean, if they are of age now that it's legal, I don't see why not.
Yeah, find those nooks and crannies to cook some Mary. But
Can we get that on a T-shirt?
yeah, definitely. I personally have no real opinion on this. Like, I don't personally smoke weed, so it doesn't really matter to me. Like, if you want to smoke, go ahead. I'm not gonna stop you. So,
yeah.
I don't know.
No, I agree.
Like, in some regards, I can respect why it's still banned on campus, but in other regards, people are still probably gonna do it anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
if they were doing it when it was illegal, and then now it is legal, they're still gonna find a way to do it. You know
exactly.
what I mean? So, you know, if you can't beat them, join them, and if you can't join them, get out of town. All right.
I guess I'm getting out of town then. See you later.
Oh, no.
Anyway, that's all we have today. Join us next time on Good Morning Curry.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
To be unknown, yeah.